Morning and hello, everybody. Welcome to Jay's Latest. I'm your host, Craig Borden. We're going to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays today, and we have a heck of a time. We had a wonderful game. Everything went off the wheels to begin with, and holy shnikes, was it a wild night. It was even more wild because on the Jaybird Watching podcast last night, we were even live during this for our fan appreciation night. We gave out a couple of prizes and had a great time. So yeah, let's just dive into this one because it was wild, as I mentioned. Blue Jays get destroyed in the second inning as the Cincinnati Reds were able to just turn around and pound on Shane Bieber here. Um, it was amazing to see that he actually got out of this, but through two innings, that when he finally closed out, that he had 40 some odd pitches already under his belt because the Cincinnati Reds put up a 5 spot. That crooked number was just insanely quick. It kept coming and coming and just wouldn't stop the bleeding. Finally, Bieber squeezed out it after Jose Trevino had an RBI single, scored a pair. Matt Macklin had scored a pair on one on the single as well. It was a single, double, so on and so forth. And Novella Marte, who was the previous game's hero for the Cincinnati Reds on Monday, um, also drove in. But that put up 5-0 for the Blue Jays to be coming out of that already, and apparently they took offense to it because right after the top of the third, George Springer hits his 27th home run. Yes, things you wouldn't have found on your bingo card at the beginning of the season. George Springer crushes his 27th home run. 30 is in complete sight for this man that is hotter than all hell right now. It's incredible. That George Springer is so hot right now, just to quote a horrible Zoolander reference in this whole thing. And then the home runs kept coming. It's like George Springer has opened the floodgates for them all to compete to the point where they just want to start mashing baseballs. Dalton Varsho with the next piece to that whole thing as they continue to just, mash their way to a victory here. Dalton Varsho gets another solo home run. Alejandro Kirk gets in the action as the captain gets into the point where 3 home runs were hit in the third and then into the fourth inning for the Blue Jays. And then why not just keep it going? It's 3 straight innings with home runs, and Addison Barger and Vlad Jr. in the fifth. So, hey, guess what? That puts us on top. And guess who was still on the mound at that point? Because this is the part that is the crazy, wonderful fun to the outing that was Shane Bieber yesterday. He had a good first inning, got completely decimated in the second, but the veteran comes up big and continues pitching in this, only allowing those 5 earned runs that were in the second inning, and pitches his way to a 6 inning, 5-hit, 5 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeout game. Obviously, that's not his best line that he's had as a Blue Jay, but it is 100% a much needed victory that he would claim even in this situation, getting the decision, picking up his second win in a Blue Jay uniform. Somehow manages to only throw 98 pitches with that crooked inning, and cannot say enough good things of how he locked in and got this victory for the Blue Jays. And Bieber has been something incredible to watch in this comeback for Tommy John and everything that he has went through over the last year. So, top of the sixth, we even decided to tack on and cherry pick a few extra runs here. After all the home runs and the cool things, chicks dig the lawn ball from the old 90s reference, whatever it might be, insert your verb here. Addison Barger gets another run in insurance for the Blue Jays, which was ended up being much, much, much needed on a sac fly. Ty France also in the 7th inning, popping in a sac fly too, and because it was much needed, as I mentioned. Blue Jay old veteran and now resurgent bullpen lefty again, Ryan Barucki, would be on the mound for what ended up being another tack-on run for the Reds, trying to get back in this one and still showing they had a pulse in the bottom of the 7th. Gets TJ Friedel to, and Matt Macklin scored. Noel Marte once again being the center of attention for the Blue Jays, giving up runs. In the 8th, the Blue Jays continue to push this one up as they dial this up to literally 11 in the inning. Addison Barger hits a single with an RBI. Bo Bichette did the same thing on a fielder's choice with the bases loaded, driving in a run. The play didn't went awry, and the guy ended up scoring. It was just trying to scoop the ball with a catcher's glove doesn't work. Sorry. Dalton Varsho ends up getting another sac fly, and then Ty France, feeling like he had to do something here on this whole thing, gets a single, drives in a Vladdy to push this thing up to a 12-6 score, which would be much needed because if it was staying where it was in the bottom of the eighth inning, Louis Varland, after looking so good in the last couple outings, puts up a crooked number a little bit for his bullpen outing as a Spencer Steer, Will Benson, and Matt Macklin double lead to the Reds being just down 12-9. Varland giving up 3 earned runs there in that equation. Vlad Jr. in the ninth felt like, might as well put one more up on the board, keep this thing where it was. 31st double of the year drives in Ernie Clement after he had a monster double down the left field line as well. Offense did great things. Bullpen holds it up. That was the crazy thing, that we actually saw the bullpen hold the lead. Not very well, but the offense definitely outweighed the bad here. So Louis Varland, unfortunately, like I mentioned, having 3 earned runs in his outing. 1 run did score from Tommy Nance after Brian Barucki had come in, but Barucki actually, he looked good. I can't say anything bad about him. Got the one out he needed after missing a couple opportunities, but it worked. So another lefty, if we can get him going in some level of what he's capable of, that will be greatly appreciated in this Blue Jays bullpen. Jeff Hoffman and Brandon Little combining at the end get us out of it, and the Blue Jays win this one with a final score of 13-9. So if you're scoreboard watching, which I know you are, everybody but the Seattle Mariners that was nipping on our heels or wild card chances has lost. So Red Sox, Yankees, both down last night. So thank you, Houston Astros. Crazy stuff. It's only getting crazier. This pennant race might be the death of me with stress. We'll see. But tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow, Friday evening, the Blue Jays will be heading to the Bronx. They are probably there already and hopefully getting some much needed rest on an off day in New York City. The Blue Jays will be taking the field against the New York Yankees on Friday evening. Kevin Gossman will be taking the bump. They have not yet announced who is pitching for the New York Yankees, but Goss will be looking to keep things going in the right direction. He had a 7-inning incredible outing against the Milwaukee Brewers. His last one only allowing the 1 earned run on 4 hits while striking out 8 of the Brew Crew members. So we want to see more of that from Goss, because right now you look at what this playoff rotation could look like. It's going to be Bieber, Scherzer, and him more than likely. We'll see. But it sounds like Barrios and Bassett might be the odd men out, or those longer series rotation members. We'll see. Much debate in one more month of the season. So anyway, playoff pushes here, party people. Dog days are gone. It's time to start taking it to school here, and the Blue Jays have an opportunity to pull the gap here and take this lead against the New York Yankees over the weekend. So let's see what happens, and we'll be right here to talk about it. Go Blue Jays, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.